Hello and welcome to Never Mind the Buzzcocks. I'm Richard Iwadi. Now, before we get started, when I was asked to host the show, I said I would do so on one condition, but when my financial demands weren't met, I mean, not even close, to be honest, I asked for something else. I said, yes, I'll do it for this low fee. I have no other work at the moment. I mean, my career's a tailspin. But I want you to treat pop and soft funk with the seriousness and basic respect it deserves. We all like a chuckle. I mean, not now, obviously, it's dead silent. We all like a chuckle. We all do like a chuckle, and that's your prerogative, as Bobby Brown once said in his hit song of the same name. But for once on NMTV, let's put our heads down and have an informative, popular, music-based quiz without resorting to jokes. The coward's way out. And Phil's team tonight is the lead singer of Noisettes, recently described by The Guardian as the best live band in Britain. Her favourite song to sing in the shower is Where Is Love from Oliver, which is a fine choice for a song for shower singing purposes. Shingai Shoniwa. And a comedian who recently came back from a hugely successful run at the Edinburgh Fringe, gaining 5-star reviews with his Pappy's last show ever. So, sincere congratulations from all of us here. It's comedian Matthew Crosby. And on Noel's team tonight is a singer who started from a young age. In fact, he used to sing in the church choir with his mother when he was just 4 years old. And despite a brief dalliance with yo-yos during the height of their craze, wisely stuck with music and went on to win 2 Brit Awards. And he seems like an absolutely knockout chap. It's Ed Sheeran. And the television presenter who started her working life in a pork factory before getting a taste for show business as a magician's assistant and finally finding her true calling as a co-presenter on the companion show to The X Factor, The Extra Factor. It's Caroline Flack. And can I just add on a personal note, it's an absolute honour to be quizzing with you tonight. We begin with Who Do You Think You Are? Phill, Shingai and Matthew, take a look at this. Yes, it's the Queen of Pop with over 13 hard-won years in the business, and it is a business, Britney Spears. OK, that was Britney Spears with Toxic, but which of the following objects was it reported that Britney demanded be in her dressing room while she was over here on tour? Was it A, a framed picture of Princess Diana, B, a compilation CD of Simon Cowell's Words of Wisdom, or C, a dartboard with Christina Aguilera's face on?
Well, I brought this anyway, so it's a happy coincidence.
Yeah, that's yours.
I just don't see Britney as a darts-playing type.
You say that, Crosby, but a lot of people don't know this, is Britney's middle name is the Viking. Britney the Viking Spears.
Right.
She's a very prosperous Norwegian darts player.
I wonder why more people don't know that.
That's why we're watching the show.
Why are we watching this show? Very hard to know, isn't it? Sometimes it's just company, loneliness. Thoughts?
Does this CD actually exist?
Well, this is one of the many metaphysical questions we're addressing tonight, Ed. Does it exist?
Maybe Simon had a few things to say, and she thought that would be worth taking on board.
Caroline, does this ring true?
Actually, when I first started X Factor, he buys everyone presents, and he actually bought me a framed picture of himself to keep him.
Why did he buy it? Did he not own a picture of himself?
It's actually in my bathroom now.
Doing what?
Looking at me. Watching me shower. It all wakes me up when I walk in there in the morning to have a shower.
I mean, there's waking up and then there's...
Let's guess. Let's decide.
You literally...
Yeah, let's guess. Why not?
That is very much what you have to do within this quiz.
I don't feel that Britney would have the sort of kind of malice in her heart to start throwing darts at people.
Her management used to have someone across the corner of the room if ever Britney became enraged.
Who was that, Eric Bristol?
Because he's got the yips, hasn't he? Is it called the yips?
When you can't throw a dart properly.
You can't let it go.
Oh.
So what happens is you throw it and then you just...
What, you just keep going? Ed, Any thoughts?
Personally, I don't think the Simon Cowell CD exists.
No to the CD.
Well,
what do you think about the dartboard?
I'd say the dartboard, because they were in Disney. No, because I'm getting too deep into it. And it's
get
actually...
deep. What I like about you, Ed, is you're trying to get to the bottom of this. And that, for me, is what good quizzing is all about.
Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears were in the Disney club together, so they were obviously mates. So
Correct.
she's going to be happy for her mate being happy.
That's right.
And Yank's obsessed with Brits.
Who?
The yanks is a condition you get when compulsively masturbating and you can't release your genitals.
You just can't let go.
I'm saying that it would be Diana, but I'm not on their team.
Ah, but you fell into a trap,
okay.
Sheeran.
This is 101 stuff. You've just given them
Sorry.
sound reasoning. It's their round. Why did you do it?
Because you asked me to do it.
Oh, Ed, that's so simple. I'm sorry, don't R him. He's got to learn if he's going to keep in the quiz.
Next time you ask me, shall I just keep quiet?
Absolutely. Stone-faced killer. What are you saying, Phil?
This is just a hellish Sheeran-based double bluff.
Who knows?
Let's go with Diana.
You are correct.
Oh!
You're correct. While Britney was performing at the O2 last year, it was reported she had requested a framed picture of Princess Diana to be in her dressing room, as she found her to be an inspiration. Good for her. Good for her. Let's not stoop to jokes. Noel, Ed and Caroline, have a look at this. Yes, it's classic firearms and horticulture-themed rockers, Guns N' Roses. That was G&R with Welcome to the Jungle. But which of the following objects did Axl Rose demand he have backstage at one of their gigs? Was it A, an inflatable bike, B, a bilingual parrot, not really an object, that's a mammal, or C, a square melon? Ed, please apply your diagnostic approach to this particular question.
I've seen these have been created before. Is it on The Simpsons where they have square melons?
I feel I could be playing into Sheeran's hands if I point out that The Simpsons is not a documentary.
What would you want?
Caroline, I'm going to interrupt you there for a pop fact.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Europop. Since the dissolution of the much-loved Europop band Aqua in 2001...
I liked Aqua.
Who didn't? Lead singer Renee Diff has released several successful solo tracks, including the song, still proving the endurance of the genre. So, Caroline, you can have that for your records. OK, let's get back to the quiz.
Caroline, your outfit matches the bike. I want to see you drive home on that bike.
I'm not scared of riding bikes, actually, on the road. I'm a bit scared of the road.
Roads are scary, though.
They are in London.
The way they go on for ages.
Well, it's scary.
So, what are we saying?
Well, Ed, come on, you got their one. Get our one.
I'm saying melon.
Really?
Really?
What's your answer?
I mean, it's Noel's team, it's not mine. I'm just sticking my
Ed,
neck
listen,
out.
Ed.
Hey, come on, Ed.
I'm saying square melon, yeah.
All right, don't get dramatic, though. You're going with square melon.
Yeah?
You're right. Axl Rose demanded that the band be provided with wine, beer, vodka, white roses and a square melon, claiming it was essential to his performance. So, at the end of that round, Phil's team have won and Noel's team have won. Let's have another pop fact. And here's a soft rock fact.
Nice.
Yeah. One of the greatest soft rock bands, Crowded House, are known to their Australian fans as Crowdies. That's for you.
Crowdies.
Crowdies.
I have to say, Richard, these facts are extraordinary.
No need for jokes. No need. Time now for the nation's favourite, the intros round. OK, so, Shingy and Phil, here are yours for Matthew.
Could you do it so I can hear it as well? No. What's the new way we're doing it? It's a really tricky way of doing it.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 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 bow, ba-down, bow, ba-down, bow.
Is it? Let's spend the night together.
That was close. Oh, I don't know.
Hang on.
Ooh! It was close.
No, it really wasn't.
Oh.
Any ideas?
I always watch this on TV, and I always think I've got it, and then I don't.
It's a real insight into your television viewing habits. It's a lot easier here, perhaps, than at home, which is often the opposite of what often people say on TV shows. They say, oh, it's really easy at home. What's interesting about what you said is you're saying, even at home, it's bloody hard.
I know it, but I can't think what it is.
Hang on, whoa. I don't want to be pedantic, but that's the same as not knowing. It's with no pleasure that I say that neither of you are right. I'm sorry.
Wait 1 sec.
Go on.
You know this.
You know what? I feel like I know it, but I'm only going to know it when they tell me what it is.
Wow, that's the same as not knowing. That's still the same as not knowing. The answer, of course, is Chris Rea, Road to Hell.
I know it. That's
And here is how it should... You didn't know it. You didn't.
Oh, my God, do you know why? It's because you're scared of roads.
Well, can we do a fact about Road to Hell?
Coming up, but I like your enthusiasm.
OK, go on.
You two are definitely on the same page, aren't you?
Yeah.
We dress very similarly, I'll say
good.
that much. We share a look.
I know,
Yeah.
you like teacher, supply teacher, isn't it?
Next one, please, fellas.
We know it. No pressure.
OK, now, I know it. And this time I really do.
Yeah.
But I don't know
know
it's Destiny's Child.
Noel's team.
It's Justin Timberlake, Crimey River.
It is. It is, and this is how it's going to sound. We also heard Chris Rea with Road to Hell. Interestingly, Chris wrote Road to Hell while in a traffic jam on the M25. Now, the M25 can be a frustrating road, but if you time your journey right, it should be fairly free-flowing. I guess the danger time to avoid are between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. I mean, rush hour. I mean, just use your common sense.
Well, you haven't got any jazz funk facts, have you?
I do. Let's have a jazz funk fact. Jazz funk characteristics include a departure from ternary rhythm towards a more binary rhythm, which you'll probably know by its more common name, groove. Here we go. Here are yours for Caroline.
Honestly.
Sorry, that was aggressive. I think I'm just so pumped from all these facts.
Caroline, by the way, if you want to play this really, really well, don't get all of them wrong. That's the trap I fell into.
I'm just happy we get to spend the night together, so I don't really mind.
Yeah.
Didn't know that was happening, but safe.
Logistically, that sounds very complicated. I hope it's not all night, I have to say.
I usually pass out around the second time.
Wow. OK, time out. Ed, let's break this down. Ed, are we talking before, during, or after?
After.
You pass out, you're out cold.
I can manage a couple more if I haven't had too much of a heavy day.
Yes,
Yeah.
as long as he has a glass of squash and a club biscuit, he's good to go.
Just have a segment of orange, like in football.
Does that work?
No. It is delicious. Second time, you're a young man, you're 21.
Yeah.
That's not great.
Yeah.
You want to be ranging 7 or 8 and then passing out. Your age.
Ed, you don't have to share this much. I'm not saying don't, but I'm just saying you don't. Actually, just tell me.
You often wake up and all of the stuff from your flat's gone.
Are you sure you're not being drugged?
Do you know what's funny is when we were in the green room, there's a few things you mentioned that I said, I could bring that up, and you said, no, please don't mention that. I'm a bit of a role model. And now you've just said that you pass out on the second time having sex.